Everything all right here? We're about ready to go. This is Max Fisher here this morning at the Penn Dennis Club. You just witnessed the break shot. Mazin Shooni missed the break shot, and he's playing Jim Shovak here, which has the promise of being a real good game. It'll be 25 points. This is semifinals, and I think this is the last game of their flight. Jim, I know, I've just played Jim about 20 minutes when he was playing beautifully. And I played Mazin last night. And Mazin is Mazin. He's always a real offensive threat. It should be a very interesting game. He's going to go cross table here with a very fine hit on a red ball. It looks like it hugged the bottom rail. The only thing that worked out right on that shot was my prediction, which in itself is unusual. One good thing about that shot, as far as Shovak was concerned, that if he didn't make it, he was going to leave very little. And that's always a nice position to be in, except the shot in itself was difficult. Yeah, I'm going to step aside and bring Tom Rossman in. And he's actually got a game that's still 0-0, so it should be easy to pick up on for Tom.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Enjoy your game, buddy. Thank you. Okay, everyone, this is Dr. Q taking over, Tom Rossman, and we're going to be watching this great match between Mazin Shooni and Jim Shovak. Welcome all of you here to the stream, and if you have any questions, feel free to chat in, and they'll relay the messages to me. We're back here on a separate monitor without the chat advantage, and if there's a special question, they can always relay it to me. Just tell them to relay it to Dr. Q, and I'll try to answer it for you. Mason just hit a little tiki shot there, and it went a little bit wide on him. Jim here is probably going to. He's either looking at the tiki or he's going to go off the red. He looks like he's going to go off the. Did a nice tiki. He's coming around, still going wide. A couple of optional shops on that one. That was a beautiful little try there. I'm going to be doing some stat work here on the side while you're watching and enjoying, and I'll get back to you in just a few minutes. But I'm going to be watching, and if there's something special comes up, I'll bring you in on that. We have a tie score, 0-0. They're both kind of getting rid of a few butterflies and starting to unwind here now. And they're just missing by a few inches. They'll hone in here pretty soon on those. Beautiful. It's the first point of the match. Mazin scores. These are 25-point games. Mazin is still ahead 1-0, and this is an interesting game because both players, this is the final match of this particular flight in the semifinals, and Jim Shovak and Mazin Shooni are both tied at 3-0 on a win-loss record. So depending upon who wins this and what happens on the other table between Paul Franco and Jim Fisher will determine who plays for first and second and who plays for third and fourth. They're going to be doing a single elimination shootout with the top 4 players to determine the 4 players that are going to get the free entry and the $200 expense money for the USBA Nationals at the Tropicana in May in Las Vegas. I believe that's May 9th through the 13th at the Tropicana. That's a little later in the year for those of you that are used to the Nationals in February. They're playing that all the way into May to bring it to a more prominent location right now with a lot of pool players there in the national event for the ACS National Championship. That's the American Cue Sport Association. Okay, it's 2-0. Mazin over Jim Shovak. Now the preliminaries were 20-point games, and we're in the semifinals on there 25-point games. So a little bit longer game, but for these guys at this point right now, they're going to find they got long to finish a match. Jim's going thin over the yellow ball, coming around to the red. Oh, it was so close. He's just missing by a whisker. Welcome to 3 cushion. You'll see quite a bit of that. Sometimes a guy will get to the point where he just keeps going around the ball by just a fraction of an inch. It's a minor speed adjustment or an English adjustment to kind of hone in there on those. It's a relatively easy shot for Mazin. He was practicing that earlier here in his practice time. He had that down, wired in. The score is 4-1, Mazin over Jim Shovak. Probably go on the cushions on this off red. It's Mazin here going to go off of the drop down to his 4 long rail and around the table just like that, dropping down. Hopefully there's no kiss in this shot. That's the only problem right there. He knew it. Tried to avoid it, still got it. You get out of that kiss, it's a guaranteed point. And Jim will go off of the red ball here, probably just a kind of a short angle shot around to the yellow ball. Or he may even go off of yellow. No, he's going to go off red. That's the natural shot here. Beautiful. He missed that one on the long side. Got his English wired in yet, or his speed. He's got his proper combination of speed, angle, and English, and years and years of knowledge and development. Mazin, of course, national champion several years ago, and just an amazing performance during that event I happened to be at. He had a high run for the USP. I believe it was either 18 or 19. He has the current high run in 3 cushion in a national event. Mazin's looking at the short angle off of left side of white, basically coming around, lengthening it out to the red, avoiding the kiss. See the white come back across, but he hit it so whereas most players would get a kiss, they'd drive that white ball too hard across the table and get the kiss over by Mazin's side of the table. He adjusted with more spin and feathered that ball a little bit more, and he still got the effect without the kiss. So it separates the players. Just a little short angle drop shot over here to the white. No problem. Mazin will get in his stroke here. He's kind of focusing in now, and he only get here he's going to maybe try to go off of that white ball and force around the table to the left side of the white, and he's looking something else. looking at. He's going to feather it so he can maybe go long into the red on the backside. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much. Barb Van Ansdale just offered me a cheeseburger, and I don't turn those down very often. So well, here's what Mazin's going to do. He's doing a bank shot. He figured the calculation, and he's going to go 3 rails. He's got to catch the front side of that white just like that. What a shot. Awesome shot. Now, for those of you watching, recently that most of the players play mathematically by feel. In other words, they are verifying in their brain all the time the feel, getting the feel, double checking with mathematics to make sure that they can actually have 2 methods of doing something that's effective. Thank you. Can I get it back? Mason's on a roll right now. He is up to 9. It is 9-1. Mazin. You can't let this guy get too far in the lead. He'll just run away. He's tremendous. He's going to spin back to the left rail and around the table. Basic shot for Mazin. Spinning right down into the red. Just like that. Welcome to 3 cushion. Now he has a couple of options. He may pull off the white, drop it into the short side over here on the long rail to the right, come back out in the back door into the red. In other words, right side of white, or he may go off to a no, let's go. There it is, no problem again. The corner. Unless Jim starts putting on some heavy-duty oil, they call it, or starts scoring some billiards, Mazin's going to run away here. He's really feeling the getting a natural little shot for him, stroking right through it, coming into the short side, out the back door, just like that. And Mazin's on a run. Quite a few viewers right now, and a lot of players are maybe watching the game. 3 cushion billiards, maybe for the first time. We welcome them here. This is Dr. Q, Tom Rossman, commentating. I may call a few of the shots wrong, but we'll do the can, and also a few of the other elements that. Mazin had a great run there. I'm not sure exactly how many that was, but it was up there. It was pretty. Sometimes you can just kind of lock into the form and everything, and I wasn't really counting them, but it was a pretty hefty run. It looked like it might have been a 7 or an 8. We got a lot of people that are online right now watching this match. After this, be done with these semifinals. Jim is just barely missing these shots. Oh man, it's tough to take after a while, but he'll come back probably. But we can't wait too much longer. I know he's trying his best. Everybody's trying their best, but 3 cushions a wonderful game of angles and close hits. Just amazing. It was a beautiful try. Keeping that ball down here on the end, going back and forth, getting that white. This shot may get Jim rolling. He's got kind of a natural shot. Go right side or left side. He'll probably spin around like that, come into the short side. Oh, man. It's just so close. If you've ever played this game, you know what that's like. Just a fraction. From or cross table maybe. Nope, he's going to spin it smooth right up like that and spin out right into the red. Beautiful. That's a standard shot. Do you notice the finesse, the speed on that? That avoids any kind of collision possibilities with the white coming back across. It allows the cue ball that he's striking to spin off that last row a little bit wider angle, which is what it took for that shot. There it is, round the table, 4 cushions, coming in the back door again. Just like that. And that was a close one for Mazin, just barely missing the ball. Went a little bit wide on that. And that's what happens when you're down and you're pushing a little bit too hard. A little too much force. A little too much thought. So you just need to release it and let it go and trust what they are used to doing when they're in a non-tense situation. But right now, when you're down, it's easy to let the analytical side of your game get the best of you. You think a little bit too much and allowing it to happen. This is a beautiful shot. It spins out wide enough. Maybe the tie's changing a little bit. Maybe this is his point. There you go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He is really getting kind of flustered. That's just so natural to let those things bother you. That happened to me last night. I let the game get to me a little bit. So I had a little soul-searching experience and discovered how to just enjoy the journey. It's tough. I woke up this morning and said, you know what? There'll be a brighter day on the horizon when you learn from the experience, and that's what I'm going to do. So you have to just let it go. And game is so difficult, and sometimes you could be playing so well and still lose. So you have to somehow learn from that experience. Enjoying the roll, I used to call it, still call it that. And 3 cushion, it's enjoying the roll and enjoying sometimes when the rolls aren't what you want them to be. So that's quite an experience. And for all of you that want to try this game, get yourself someone that is can teach you the key shots of the game. There are 20 or 30 key shots, and play with them a couple times a week, and You'll fall in love with this game. It's tremendous. He tried to come in between those two balls there. Not quite enough flick on that shot, I call it. He had to kind of flick it into that long rail and come in between them. Looks like we're going to take a little break right now. Jim's, he's got to recoup. He's going to go take a break, and then he'll be back. And we'll all be back with you, okay? Okay, everyone, looks like we're back now. They've been taking their break and they're ready to go again, and it's Jim shot. The score is 14. Mazin Shooni over Jim Shovak. Jim is taking a break. Let's see if he's changed his approach a little bit. He's freshened up a little bit, got his head clear, and he's ready to come back. And natural 5-railer here for him. Let's see how it works. No kiss. He's going to go wide. Uh-oh, be careful. He's back where he left off. Well, he played a safe out of it, but he's got to be making those shots to beat Mazin. Sometimes you're just off in the game and can't quite figure it out. Compound that with thinking too much and boom. It happens to everybody. Oh wow, what a nice shot. Watch this. Don't kiss out. Oh. Nope. Wouldn't have got her anyway, but good effort. Okay, now here's it should be a natural for Jim. He's got to hit that red right. He's going to come around. Well, that's what he's going to do. He's going to hit left side of red. Come down 3 rails. Long rail, short rail, long rail. Back down to the yellow ball. He's figuring out right now the angle. And he will combine the feel with that. And hopefully the execution. He needs to get some points on the board right now. How'd he hit it? No, look at this. He's really struggling. He's trying now so hard and just nothing's coming together. Boy, Mazin's gaining more confidence with every shot. Another 5-railer. Maybe coming to the short side. Let's see what he does. Oh, he may be right in that corner. Be careful. Look at this. It's got to come in. It's got to come in. It didn't. Oh, other one. Oh, boy. He's the one he's making a judgment. Well, we'll see what happens. It's very interesting, the psychology of the game and how it affects everyone. You gotta love this game. Anybody here that has never played it online, as I mentioned before, give it a try sometime. It is quite an art form. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, he got it. Now that's what we call the scratch. You don't see any pockets on this table. That's called a scratch in billiards, where you shoot the shot the way you want to play it, and then the first ball you hit hits the other ball early, drives it somewhere on the table, and the cue ball, your cue ball, still makes the billiard. It's one of the things that I match against Max, Vesher Max. I learned so much from it. I learned how to try to develop more of a resolve in my game, to just accept those things. It's very difficult sometimes, but that's life. And I know there'll be in the future another tournament where the process of this tournament is going to help me for another tournament, and that's something everyone can learn, not just about the game of billiards, but in life in general. So I'm a kind of a visionary on that, and I like to tell people that. But the game of billiards is a game of life. So many things can happen, and sometimes we don't quite understand it, but yeah, it's got a reason. Here we go. Now this one should make. He's spinning down, or is that going to come in short too? Look at this. Oh, finally. Second point. That makes him feel better. After you go about 10 or 12 innings, you'll begin to wonder if there's any billiards left in your queue, and He needed that. So he got quarter confidence now that he needed. He needed to get started. Okay, we are moving along here. The score is 15-2. Jim scored 1. And Mazin, I was going to try to drop this ball back behind that white ball. So much for that call. Spinning down. Exactly the way I called it. Did you get that? My mic must be cutting out a little bit. I thought I called it that way. Oh well. That's why I'm sitting here instead of out there right now. But I'm learning with you. Everybody here has their opinions on what shots to shoot and what you think you might do. That's the learning process. There are probably more than one way to shoot certain shots. I know that for a fact. But and you look at a shot and you get to the kiss and the English, and as I mentioned before, so different ways to make a billiard, considering all those factors. In Europe, where they play with more training and things like that, they're very adept at getting out of the kiss, which would create that problem in your game, and also they're also very adept at driving the first ball to a specific place on the table, which only a few of our players are really, they're working on it, but most players are not adept at it. And the Jim didn't hit that very well. He's just really struggling, and it's hopefully we get him back on the table and he'll just get a good run and make him feel better. Okay, now Mazin's probably going to spin off it's a rail first here. He should spin. He usually loves the tiki. It's just a nice smooth stroke. Nope, he's going to go across the table off the left side of white, drop the cue ball to the long rail, end rail. Just like that. Nice shot. Wasn't that beautiful? One of the pretty shots, as they all are. But that one's really a tremendous skill and knowledge to know how to do that. Okay, now he's got himself a tricky little shot. The balls are really close together. Mazin's yellow here. He's going to try to maybe reverse around. He's going to try to maybe reverse the cue ball around the table. Yeah, that's what he tried. Didn't catch the long round this other side next to him. Not a bad idea there. That was great. 17-2 and a game to 25 points. Okay, let's see. What can he be thinking about now after everything else he's seen in this tournament, in this game in particular? He's going to go 4 rails, looks like, around the table. Be careful on the red ball, Jim. Be careful. Yeah, he caught the right rail. And there we go again. Another close one. Amazing. Everything. He's had probably 12 close shots. I mean, just within a whisker. Not quite dialed in. Here goes Mazin. Natural shot for him. 25-16. Coming around, 3 rails. Natural shot. Dropping down. Boom. Nice shot off the rail. Beautiful. Did you win, Paul? Over on the other table, Paul Franco just won. He is 4-0 on my finals. He'll be playing for first and second in this tournament, everybody. Mr. Paul Franco, Professor Q-Ball Promotions, and the director of the tournament, put this all together with the Pendennis Club here. Beautiful Pendennis Club in Louisville, Kentucky. And he is, after all the work he's done, he's finally getting his reward. 4-0 in the semifinals, playing great in the preliminaries, and playing for first and second in the tournament, Mr. Paul Franco, Professor Q-Ball. So don't miss that match. It'll be live on the stream table here in a little bit later here today. Mason's on a roll now, gaining more ground. 20-2, everyone. Professor Q-Ball get 20. That guy is just playing awesome. And it's great to see it. He's worked so hard at this game, and to see that happening, I mean, super guy and a super game during this tournament, just fantastic. 21-2, Mazin Shooni needs 4 points. Jim needs a bunch. Needs 23. Well, if Jim got a run of 23, it'd be the high run probably in the history of billiards in any kind of a tournament. So wouldn't that be amazing? I think we'd all pass out. Jim would be the first one to pass out. He's had some really nice runs in his life, though, so it's very possible he could still get a good run here. He's coming down. How's it look? Short again. Wow. It's going to take a while to get over this one. Mazin needs just a couple points now, 4 points. How's it look, Mazin? Isn't that beautiful? 3 to go. He's in the 3-0. And Mr. Jim Bishop out of Florida is 3-1. He'll be playing for 3rd and 4th place. Boy, Jim came up here from Florida, and he is just doing great. What a sterling performance he's had. Him and Paul just played, and the winner, as I mentioned earlier, was going to play and for 1st and 2nd, and the loser would play for 3rd and 4th, and that's exactly what we've got. And that's going to be an exciting game here at the end, I'll tell you what. You don't want to miss that. And everybody, tell your friends, get on the line, text them over, send them an email, whatever it takes. Tell them about the finals coming up here. Probably within the next hour and a half, we'll be sometime in that time frame starting. And we have 2 matches going yet. When they're finished, we will start the finals after a little break, and they'll have another meeting, determine the number of points they're going to play to. It'll be 25 or 30 points. They haven't quite determined that yet, I don't believe. After their meeting, we'll be back at you with the finals. So it'll be pretty exciting. Meanwhile, Jim Shovak is still trying to get a point. Needs a bunch, 23, and Mazin needs 3 points. Here's a real simple shot for Mazin. Again, spin, ball. It won't move back and forth, just like that. Coming down, no problem. Perfect. You want to get a little better position than that? Beautiful. Isn't that sweet? Look at that nice shot. He needs 1 point. It's in the 1 hole, everybody. Got a natural shot for him. Simple short angle shot. Should be no problem. Wow. What a game. What a game. How'd he hit it? No problem, ladies and gentlemen. There's your champion of that match. 25-2 is the finals of that match. How many innings? Can you read that? 20. That was 25 points in 20 innings. It was tremendous. 4/5. He averaged just tremendous. Tremendous shooting. And that's way over a 1 average. 20. That's 1.25, I believe, or I have to figure that out. Give me a second while I've got you here. Looks like we're going to have Paul Franco and Mazin in the finals on the stream table. And Jim Bishop and Jim Shovak will be 3rd and 4th position playoff, and then the other players down the line will play for their respective positions of finish. So we had .25. What an unbelievable average, huh? That's a great average. Beautiful shooting there by Mazin Shooni, and they're getting the table ready now, and it was a pleasure being with you for this match. We'll be back probably within, they're still finishing up a match near the table. We'll be back in about 30 or 45 minutes with the next match, the beginning of the finals. So thanks for allowing me to share with you, and have a great day, and we'll talk to you here on the next time around. Hopefully I'll be able to help